8 o'clock, and what a dramatic day it's been. In the morning, Nitish Kumar resigned as Chief Minister. Within a few hours, he was back at Raj Bhavan, this time taking claim to be Chief Minister again. He's going to take oath for the 8th time in Bihar. So it's all about Kursi Kumar, as the BJP is now saying. Let's just look at the top headlines. Nitish flips, quits the BJP alliance and rejoins forces with Tejashwi Yadav and the RJD. In 24 hours, he's quit as Chief Minister and staked claim to be the new Chief Minister. He will be sworn in for the 8th time. Tejashwi will be the Deputy Chief Minister. Nitish Kumar now says he left the BJP because of the divisive ideology of the party. Tejashwi Yadav says what Bihar did today, India will do next. But what's the BJP saying? Well, the BJP is thundering betrayal by Nitish Kumar, and 2024 will be the decider. They're now calling him Kursi Kumar, as they say it's a complete loss of credibility that he called Tejashwi Yadav corrupt and broke the alliance with him, now allies with him again. The battle for 2024, will Nitish have an impact? Maharashtra, meanwhile, finally has a new cabinet. 18 ministers sworn in as jostling continues for more births. A controversial Sena minister is sworn in. The BJP has to take back earlier statements. Arrested goon neta Shrikant Tyagi now shoved and pushed as he's produced at a media briefing. He is charged with abusing and pushing women at a residential complex. Arrested from Meerut in UP. He claimed BJP links, had personal security and an assembly stick on his car, but the party disowns him. The cop says that Shrikant Tyagi was on the run for 3 days, changing phones and vehicles. Brilliant Avinash Sable gets a hero's welcome back in Bengaluru. He says, my aim was to beat the Kenyans and get a medal. Well, Nitish Kumar turns out to be the politician who, whatever side he allies with, becomes Chief Minister. But has he now gone one too far? He'll be sworn in tomorrow for the 8th time as Chief Minister. We'll be tracking it with all our reporters, what this means, what the impact is, what the credibility factor is, and also what this means for 2024. Let's just look first at the top developments.
सब लोगों की इच्छा यही हुई है कि हम लोगों को एनडीए छोड़ देना चाहिए। सरकार में हम मुख्यमंत्री थे, हमने मुख्यमंत्री पद से इस्तीफा सौंप दिया।
बीजेपी का तो एक ही काम है, डराओ, जो डरता है उसको डराओ और जो बिकता है उसको खरीदो।
ये सिर्फ मैं देखता हूँ सत्ता की राजनीति में, इसमें बिहार का भलाई हो ये मैं नहीं देखता।
As an individual, his intentions, his ambitions are so high that the road ahead can never be smooth.
But will Nitish Kumar's latest political gamble pay off? Well, let's go across first to Manish Kumar, who's been tracking every development from Bihar. Manish, you first said on Sunday this alliance is going to break, and now we've seen literally just 2 days later it's proved correct, and Nitish Kumar pulled off another surprise. But you said you saw this coming. Will this pay off for Nitish Kumar? How many times can he flip and come out unscathed?
See, for that, the answer is very simple, that in Bihar there are 3 main political axes. One is BJP, another is RJD, and third is Nitish Kumar, whom you cannot ignore, because whenever out of these 3, because these three parties are main forces to reckon with, for the simple reason that their vote share is more than 10%. Like Nitish always delivers in the worst of times, he's got 13 to 14%, and the vote percentage of RJD as well as BJP has fluctuated somewhere between 16 to 22%. So whenever this is the reality, this is the ground reality of Bihar politics. Out of these 3, whenever 2 comes together, so the third has to automatically face the setback whenever there is a polling of either parliamentary election or assembly election. So it's a pure simple arithmetic. And as far as BJP is concerned, the BJP has so many multiple problems in Bihar because they have, sidelined their stalwarts like Sushil Modi and other leaders, and whoever they were grooming for the last 18-19 months, they have been proven really politically disastrous. Leaders like Nityanand Rai, Sanjay Jaiswal, or for that matter, Speaker of Bihar Assembly, Sinha, who, really took on Nitish, and that really created, and now everyone in BJP, entire rank and file is accepting that somewhere they were not able to handle Nitish properly, and that is why they are paying the price of that. And in the next parliamentary election, if Tejashwi, Nitish, Congress and the left, they go together, obviously the BJP number will go down. It's simple, pure arithmetic.
I want to bring in Akhilesh on that, because Akhilesh, the BJP's view has been that they in fact accepted this, and there were reports floating around that whether it was senior BJP leaders were making calls trying to get Nitish to change his mind, but BJP sources are telling you a different story. What do they see as the impact of this Nitish Kumar going back to the Mahagathbandhan, in a sense, a reverse Shinde coup from in Maharashtra? What happened, the opposite of that in Bihar? What's the impact the BJP is seeing?
Well, of course, it's a setback for the BJP, because BJP was hoping that along with Nitish Kumar, BJP could repeat the performance of 2019 in 2024, where they won almost all the seats in Bihar. But BJP, of course, feels that Nitish Kumar had already made up his mind to part ways with the BJP. That is why, Sonia, this time the BJP leaders did not try to pursue him or did not try to make a deal with him, because they knew there were so many demands by Nitish Kumar. But the BJP did not listen to any of that, because party feels that as far as Nitish Kumar's popularity is concerned in Bihar, that is coming down. That's what the BJP's own assessment is, and that's why party feels that if Nitish Kumar goes along with the RJD, his credibility will go down. That was BJP's calculation, and also BJP feels that by going along with the RJD and parting away from the BJP, Nitish Kumar has basically played his hands about 2024 Lok Sabha elections. He wants to project himself as the prime ministerial candidate of the joint opposition, and that suits the BJP, because now there is another contender, because we have Mamata Banerjee, we have Rahul Gandhi, we have so many other contenders, and now another one is added in that list. So that suits the BJP, and that also shows a divided opposition as far as 2024 is concerned. But of course, the BJP faces a lot of problems in Bihar. They do not have a credible face to counter either Nitish or Tejashwi, so they have to work a lot. Now the BJP has decided to focus on all the 243 assembly seats.
I want to bring in the 2024 angle, because of course you've already heard Nitish supporters saying, Nidhi, that the fact that Nitish is from the Hindi heartland, from Bihar, which has a sizable number of MP seats, that this means that he could possibly lead an opposition alliance. Of course, they're not considering Arvind Kejriwal of AAP yet, who tweeted today that AAP is only one state away from becoming a national party. But the point being also that in 2024, we've seen that assembly elections and Lok Sabha elections have a very different way of playing out when it comes to, say, Modi versus the rest.
Well, that's true. The fact is that once upon a time, Nitish Kumar was clearly seen as the front runner to lead the opposition, when he was in the earlier Mahagathbandhan, and that was simply because of these reasons, his clout, the fact that Bihar is an important state, it's a Hindi heartland state, and that, the language was an advantage for the opposition. Ever since he's gone and come back, you have more contenders in the fray. Certainly, Arvind Kejriwal has risen through the ranks in a big way, and you have KCR, who speaks Hindi, though he's not technically from a Hindi speaking state, but is making a point to, do press conferences in Hindi to bolster those credentials of his. So the opposition space has got a bit more crowded, but it might just give the opposition a bit of a fill up. The opposition's been quite sort of partially united, shall we say, more disunited than united. We saw that in the way it played out in the presidential elections. Perhaps having another big face on board will give them a bit of a boost. But I think the credibility factor that the BJP is citing is also a factor. Many in the opposition, perhaps even within the RJD and the Congress, will be looking at this warily and saying, okay, yet another U-turn, but how long is this going to last? Will Nitish be a dependable opposition leader in the run-up to 2024? I think these are still some, unanswered questions and new factors.
In fact, today also you see him saying that the BJP, he left it because of its divisive ideology. The BJP pointing that he left Tejashwi Yadav because of corruption. But both of those were all right when he wanted to ally with both these parties. So Alok, you've been out there speaking also not just to politicians but also to people on the ground in Patna. And of course, we know how deeply political everyone in Bihar is. What is their take on this latest Nitish Kumar flip? I mean, more than a gymnast. And do they think it will pay off? There's some talk that he may want assembly elections earlier, or can he run this stably for the next 3 years? I mean, remember, he is still number 3 in Bihar, yet he's been CM in 2 different alliances.
Well, you're absolutely right, Sonia. In fact, just to recount, about an hour ago, I was standing here and one gentleman walked up to me and said कि अब तो बिहार में फिर वही होगा. I said, क्या होगा? He said, फिर वही गुंडागर्दी. I said, आपको कैसे मालूम? He said, क्यों 2015 से 17 के बीच what happened between 2015 and 2017? So I said, what is the chance it will be repeated? Maybe people have learned their lessons. And he said, I am not convinced. So I then walked up to Lalu Yadav's residence, which is right here, and there's no crowd here right now, but there was a little while ago. And I put that question to RJD supporters, and they said that no, Nitish has the vision, Tejashwi has the youth, and they will together ensure that this time around there is no repeat of last time when Nitish Kumar walked out of that coalition saying that gundagardi bahut hai and I can't control it, etc. But it's going to be very tricky, Sonia. The next few days there will be euphoria, but then Nitish Kumar and Tejashwi Yadav will have to get down to governing this very complex state and ensure that some mistakes or perceived mistakes from the last term or the last coalition are not repeated.
And final words with you tonight, Manish Kumar. Do you think Nitish Kumar, the ultimate political survivor? Of course, RJD, and there's been a lot of questions on that. I mean, we saw those tweets today by Lalu's daughter also saying Raj Tilak for Tejashwi. So in that sense, how long will Tejashwi be willing to wait in the wings, given the fact that they're facing ED pressure as well?
Sonia, somewhere Tejashwi is now come to this view that if he has to become the chief minister, then there has to be some kind of a smooth transition from Nitish Kumar. He cannot take on BJP and JDU combined together. So that is why he's worked out. He really worked on this alliance in the last 75 days, and they have sorted out each nitty-gritty. So he's not in a hurry. He's saying that age is on his side, so he can afford to wait right now. And even though he will have to wait for another 2-3 years, but if he has the blessings of Nitish, then nobody can stop him from becoming the chief minister of Bihar. Sonia.
Right. So politics, the long game. I think we forget about that when we look at every 24 hours when things change here. But as you said, we've seen whether it's Maharashtra, whether it's Bihar, whether it's the amazing flip-flops that are happening. Sometimes voters must be wondering, why do we actually cast our vote? Because the real power games happen much after that. But thanks so much, all of you, for tracking that. And of course, Sanket now joins us with the latest assembly numbers.
All right, let's now quickly tell you how the new Bihar Vidhan Sabha is going to look like. And the math will say it all. So the entire opposition will now become the treasury benches. Let's add up the numbers. We've got the JDU at 45. We've got the RJD at 79. Then all the other parties combined, minus the JDU, are a grand total of 115. If you add the 45 of the JDU and also 4 of the Hindustani Awami Morcha, which is Jitan Ram Manjhi's party, this takes the treasury benches to 164. The halfway mark is 122. So that's a formidable government in power, because the entire opposition along with Nitish Kumar has now become a government. And this leaves the BJP in the opposition at 77. The halfway mark is 122, which means if the BJP really wants to do something in the Bihar Assembly, it will need the support of 45 MLAs. Can they do a Maharashtra in Bihar? Well, unless 45 MLAs move to the BJP, it may not really be possible. So that's the number, the arithmetic, the mathematics of the Bihar Assembly.
And Nitish Kumar to take oath tomorrow as Bihar's Chief Minister. The 8th time he'll be sworn in as Bihar's Chief Minister. So clearly the BJP, and there's no attempts to, in a sense, break that. This alliance as of now clearly has the numbers. Just a look at what's happening.
A rarity in recent politics, the BJP has been dumped from government by its junior partner and Bihar Chief Minister Nitish Kumar. The CM is back with Tejashwi Yadav, whom, ironically, he had dumped in a similar fashion 5 years ago. Nitish Kumar has alleged the BJP was trying to sabotage the JDU from within.
सब लोगों की इच्छा यही हुई है कि हम लोगों को एनडीए छोड़ देना चाहिए कि सरकार में हम मुख्यमंत्री थे, हमने मुख्यमंत्री पद से इस्तीफा सौंप दिया.
In a span of 2 hours, he first visited the governor to resign, then returned with top leaders from the new coalition to stake claim. The new alliance has 164 MLAs, 43 above the majority mark. Tejashwi's RJD is the single largest in the assembly with 79 MLAs.
ये तो इतिहास बताता है कि भाजपा जहां रहती है, जिसके साथ रहती है, उसको खत्म करने में लगी रहती है.
किस तरह से वो अपने आप को जस्टिफाई करेंगे ये हमारे समझ में नहीं आती है बात. ये ऐसे पार्टी के साथ जाना जिसको कि इन्होंने कई बार कहा कि भ्रष्टाचार का पर्याय है, इसमें तो मैं सिद्धांत कहीं देखता ही नहीं हूँ. ये सिर्फ मैं देखता हूँ सत्ता की राजनीति ही मैं देख रहा हूँ. इसमें बिहार का भलाई हो ये मैं नहीं देख रहा.
भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने शुरू से गठबंधन के मर्यादा को, धर्म को पालन करने का काम किया.
Even before Nitish and Tejashwi officially announced the new coalition, Lalu Yadav's daughter tweeted this music video glorifying the new alliance. Sources say Mr. Kumar and Tejashwi Yadav, the 32-year-old opposition leader, have come to an understanding about the allocation of portfolios. Nitish Kumar will be Chief Minister with Tejashwi Yadav as his deputy. The assignment of all ministries will be Nitish Kumar's prerogative. The speaker will be selected from Tejashwi Yadav's party, the Rashtriya Janata Dal or the RJD. But many are asking how things will be different this time after a similar failed experiment between 2015 and 2017 when Kumar walked out of a coalition with the RJD, reportedly upset over increasing lawlessness in the state and his inability to control it.
अब तो आने वाला है तेज रफ्तार या तेजस्वी सरकार, झूम झूम बोल रहा पूरा ही बिहार, झूम झूम बोल रहा पूरा ही बिहार, अब तो आने वाला है तेज रफ्तार या तेजस्वी सरकार.
I'm outside the residence of Lalu or Tejashwi Yadav and I have a host of RJD supporters here with me. आपका नाम क्या सर?
छोटू छलिया, भोजपुरी लोक गायक.
लोक गायक हैं. ये बताइए छोटू जी, एक राजनीतिक सवाल आपसे पूछूंगा कि ये पहली बार तो है नहीं, 2015 में भी 2 साल के लिए यही हुआ. उसके बाद नीतीश जी ने कहा कि नहीं बहुत गुंडागर्दी हो रही है, सरकार ठीक से नहीं चल रही, ये नहीं हो रहा, वो नहीं हो रहा, और फिर उन्होंने गठबंधन तोड़ दिया और वो फिर बीजेपी के साथ चले गए. अब फिर आप लोग एक साथ आए हैं, फिर यही होगा ऐसा कुछ लोग कह रहे हैं.
मैं बताता हूँ. नीतीश जी के साथ कुछ परिस्थितियां थी, उनका हाथ दबा हुआ था. आप समझ रहे हैं, अभी भी डर है ईडी की, सीबीआई की, अभी भी डर है. तो नीतीश जी, ये होता है कभी हाथ दबा रहता है तो धीरे धीरे आदमी अपने हाथों को खींचता है, इसके बाद अपने सही जगह पे आता है.
लेकिन नीतीश जी के पास विजन है, तेजस्वी जी के पास नया जोश है, सोच है, लंबी दौर की राजनीति में है वो.
The BJP had contacted Mr. Kumar twice on Monday as the crisis erupted. Sources said Union Minister Amit Shah had dialed Mr. Kumar from Delhi. But BJP sources deny this. With Manish Kumar, Habib Ali and Rajesh Gupta, this is Alok Pandey, NDTV.
So one of the reasons Nitish Kumar and his MLAs have said for the breakup of the alliance is because they feared the BJP were planning a Shinde-style coup in Nitish Kumar's party. Whether that's fact or not, the reality is that today the Shinde government has finally sworn in a new cabinet, this more than a month after Mr Shinde and Devendra Fadnavis were sworn in as Chief Minister and Deputy Chief Minister. But some controversy here about a Sena minister who was accused by the BJP of charges of abetment of suicide of a young woman, and also the fact that no woman has been sworn in as a minister today.
38 days after Eknath Shinde and Devendra Fadnavis took oath, finally there's a cabinet in place in Maharashtra. 18 ministers, 9 each from the BJP and the Eknath Shinde camp of the Shiv Sena. But even before the oath ceremony could end, trouble for Shinde nominees from within the BJP, especially Sanjay Rathod, who was linked to a young woman's death by suicide.
महाराष्ट्र की हमारी बेटी पूजा चौहान के मृत्यु के जिम्मेदार संजय राठौड़ को फिर से मंत्रिमंडल में स्थान देना ये बेहद दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण घटना है। भले संजय राठौड़ मंत्री हो गए, फिर भी उनके खिलाफ जो मेरी लड़ाई है वो मैं जारी रखने वाली हूँ। न्याय देवता के ऊपर मुझे पूरा विश्वास है, हम लड़ेंगे भी और जीतेंगे भी।
Today, Deputy CM Fadnavis and Sanjay Rathod are ministerial colleagues. But when he was in the opposition, Fadnavis had demanded Rathod's resignation from the previous government. Rathod left the Raj Bhavan soon after the ceremony, but Eknath Shinde, the Chief Minister, defended his inclusion.
संजय राठोड यांना मागच्या सरकारमध्ये पोलिसांनी क्लीन चिट दिली होती.
But the real clamor for portfolios begins now, starting with the BJP, which has 106 MLAs. While Devendra Fadnavis wants the home portfolio, the question is whether he will be getting it. As a Chief Minister, Fadnavis always advocated that the home portfolio should go with the CM. Also, accommodation of independents and remaining ex-ministers is going to be a challenge.
What's also likely to turn into flashpoints are the exclusion of other rebels who had joined the rebellion expecting cabinet berths in the new government, like Sanjay Shishat and Santosh Bangar, who famously broke down in support of Uddhav Thackeray and then joined the rebels. The BJP also has to accommodate several faces, leaders like Ashish Shelar and Chandrasekhar Bawankule. The NCP's Supriya Sule hit out at the government for not including a single woman in the cabinet.
Maharashtra is one of the most progressive states in the country, especially when it comes to social reforms. This was the state which gave women reservation to the country. This was the first state to give women reservation, and it's very unfortunate that there are 18 ministers and 50% of population in this country is of women, and they are not representative. This obviously shows the mindset of the Bharatiya Janata Party.
The political drama in Maharashtra, from the falling of the Uddhav Thackeray-led government to the formation of the Shinde-Fadnavis government and its cabinet expansion, has taken more than a month. And now, with the new cabinet in place, murmurs of dissatisfaction amongst those who haven't been accommodated, which is why Shinde's critics believe that he has a political tightrope to walk to ensure his government lasts till 2024. With Sohit Mishra and camera person Rajendra Dhalkar in Mumbai, Saurabh Gupta, NDTV.
Well, a quick look at other news. A goon neta on the run, Shrikant Tyagi, has finally been arrested by the UP police and produced at a press conference today. He is charged after this viral video which showed him pushing and abusing women at this Noida residential complex. Then he was a VIP. Today he is being dragged by the police as he appears today. The police say they had to search for him for 3 days and kept changing his phones and vehicles.